Let's get on to the mainstream rapper list. We have the same format. It is top 10 ranking, although we have different set of artists. Obviously, we got the big hitters though. Notice though how I put Yeatster in here, because now, quite frankly, he outstreaming like everybody on this list. So he's a mainstream rapper now. Ain't that crazy? But we also got our faves on there: Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi Vert, top 10 rankings. You know, I low-key don't think it's fair to put Drake in there. It's like not even an argument. So I think that we're just gonna have to put him above the rank. Okay, I'm sorry, but that last album that he dropped, Her Loss with 21 Savage, that shit was amazing. Better than everybody else's album except for like maybe Metro. And then if we're talking like underground or whatever, although I still think that Her Loss was better than No Stylist and Fallen Raven, just because, come on, it's Drake. It's Drake. He probably had like 15 people writing with him and on the production, whereas Destroy Lonely and Summers was, you know, kind of by themselves, independent-ish, if you will. So Fago is not a mainstream rapper. I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't even sell 10K, so we can't even put him on this list. Anyway, Drake's above the list. I don't want to talk about it. Number one, who is the top rapper in 2023, or who is going to be? Who has the most potential? I actually do think that Yeat is going to be somewhere in this mid tier, because I do want to see him like passing up a lot of these mainstream rappers in sales and whatnot. Although, you know, we're counting in quality, not necessarily just sales. I don't want to see Carti at number one either. Come on. That, like, if we're talking about commercial success, Carti's still somewhat niche if you think about it. Yes, he's selling 100K or whatever, but I don't know, just the vamp sound, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's not like Travis Scott. He's not gonna be a fucking Fortnite. Okay, I'm looking forward to Utopia though. So let's see, I'm low-key trying to put either Lil Uzi Vert, Travis Scott, or Juice WRLD. Is that a dub or not? What are we thinking? Definitely not Kanye. And I don't even care about like the whole cancellation thing with the with him playing Yahtzee. I don't care about that. But I think Kanye is low-key a little washed. Like, he's cool, but it's not really the music that I listen to. Ye will redeem himself. Okay, go ahead. All right, I'm looking forward to Travis Scott the most this year. I'm gonna put him as number one. Sorry. Hopefully we get a Sofago feature on Utopia, and that will cleanse the blood off the underground's hands, and then he can tell them all to suck his dick collectively. But Travis Scott number one. I'm feeling it. Love Travi Patty. Number two, Uzi is trying to drop, right? Oh, we got Future too. Oof. Okay, so Uzi is trying to drop a project this year, maybe in March, because he's going on tour. I'm not personally, as I told y'all, the most confident in what's going on. I really need to hear like a full-blown project where Uzi absolutely like washes everybody and shuts them up. But currently, I feel like he's still got to prove himself. I know he dropped that Jersey Club song. What is it called again? I don't even remember, because it was barely a song. It was literally just like a chorus and like a little dance thing on TikTok. Just Wanna Rock, okay? 90 mil, it's on Billboard, so he killing it, don't get me wrong, numbers wise. But if we're talking about like quality, man, I don't know. And Juice WRLD isn't even alive, so it's like low-key unfair to put him on this list, to be honest. So, and ASAP is trying to drop this year. Take Juice WRLD off. All right, I got you. I think I might put Future as number two. He's an OG, one of the most consistent rappers there is. He's like fucking 80 years old at this point, still making hits, selling 200 something K first week with his I Never Loved You or whatever it's called project. I didn't necessarily like it all too much, but I think that he comes through every single year with good music, not necessarily full-blown projects, but he's just an OG. I can't disrespect him by putting him lower on the list. You feel me? How do I have Kid Cudi but not Kanye? Kanye's right here. Stop blowing your load. Next, I am going to put the Cardi Stir. The Cardi Stir! Most influential in the game. You know what it is. No argument. I don't want to hear shit. Next project, I think, is going to have more hype than a whole lot of red, because Die Lit, of course, well, Die Lit and then the whole lot of red rollout with the leaks and everything involved, that made the release of whole lot of red huge. But I think now that people have come to realize the whole lot of red is a classic because it has influenced the underground, like they all want to sound like Cardi, they want to be like Cardi, whether or not these commentators or fans like Cardi's music, they now respect what Cardi has done. And so I think on music, or whatever the project that Cardi ends up dropping, I think that they're gonna check it out again and be like, huh, they're gonna give it a better chance that they'll like it, you know what I mean? Whereas Whole Lotta Red, I feel like they turned on Stop Breathing, which is track 1, I think, and then just turned it off. Like, what the fuck is this? Number 4, I'm gonna go with Uzi Underneath Playboy Cardi. What just happened? Nah, I think everybody knows that it's about time. The next couple years, I don't think it's gonna be necessarily 2023 or 2024, but I think that Cardi has the type of brand where he's going to be like a Kanye. Maybe not as big as Kanye, because that's going to be hard with how niche Cardi's music is, and like he's like a vamp, right? That Kanye's like global with it, like the way with his fashion and everything. But maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll be in a dystopian society where everybody wants to dress goth. So what I'm saying is I think that Cardi will remain relevant at a higher level than Uzi will, unless Uzi does something about it. I'm open to changing it in the next year though. I low-key want to put like 21 Savage. For some reason, 21 Savage knows how to make a great project. I know he didn't really do all too much of the Drake collab tape, but with like the Metro Boomin and like his own project with Bank Account on it, like 21 Savage for some reason one of the most consistent when you get down to it. But I don't put Kanye top 5. You're crazy. We're talking about right now. Do you really think that Kanye is putting out the best music in his career currently? Because I don't. I think he's out his mind, low key. I don't think he could possibly make something that's going to beat, like, sure, sales wise, just because it's Kanye and he's running for president, he's doing everything in the media and he's just a global phenomenon. But personally, I don't think that his music is as great as some of these people on the list already. Sorry. Anyway, next, I mean, I feel like it's disrespectful not to put like a Lil Baby or NBA Youngboy because they're streams, but I just don't think they're all too good. I'm gonna put I might put Gunna, the slime ball. Youngboy got a huge fan base, but Gunna is one of those people where everybody for some reason recruits him onto their album because he just got like a little saucy flow that I feel like a lot of people are rapping on too. Like they're like Lil Baby low-key stole the whole Gunna flow. So you gotta put Gunna there with Wunna that's selling whatever it was, one of the highest streaming albums of the year. Free Gunna, by the way, as well. Gunna, not Thug. Personally, I think Gunna passed Young Thug. And right now, what was the last project that Young Thug dropped? Was it Punk or Pink? Whatever it was. I don't think that was like the best showcase. Like if we're talking about current music, I don't think Punk was like better than Wunna. It was kind of out there. And I think that Gunna's actually getting more numbers than him. Young Thug still gets the check at the end of the month. So does he really care? No. I think he's a great label owner. Oh shit. People gonna get pissed. I want to put like the top rappers in there because like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, they got to get their respect too. Right, so we gotta put them there. Like Kendrick's fire, but people were disrespecting the last album, saying that it had no replay value. But I'm not gonna lie, no one has really talked about the album since the like 2 weeks passed. Whereas normally Kendrick albums last like 2 to 5 years. Put Cole and Drake above with Drake. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I feel like it's unfair because they're low key the three GOATs. Like, we can't even really compare them to any of these mainstream rappers where they're still competing with each other. Like, every time Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake drop, like, the people, the old heads, they get out of their fucking graves to go listen to this album. And so they're always gonna bring out huge numbers. These are the ones that I'm considering currently. We got Lil Baby, we got NBA Youngboy. You just can't deny the success. Personally, I don't necessarily listen to them, but you know, A$AP Rocky's about to drop. I actually think that it'll do well, but he's been out of the conversation of being a rapper for so long that I don't even know what he sounds like anymore. Like, people want to hear what he has to say or what his music's like. And Appreciate You, To Baby's Washed. Oh, Lil Durk, you got to put him up there too. I was about to put Yeat mid. I think if anything, we got to put Yeat at like number 10 because I do think he has a lot to prove in that he's like the new guy on the block when it comes to mainstream, even though he's out streaming these motherfuckers. But the hardest thing isn't necessarily getting to the top, but staying on top. And I don't think he's really proved that he's a big dog yet, because remember, 100K sales, that's when you consider like you're one of the guys. But right now he's still a new one. But I think this year in 2023, a lot of people are going to feature him almost like he's a Gunna. You know, he's like the new guy. Then we're like, oh yeah, we want that Yeat feature. We want to showcase like we're hanging out with the new cool. We're cool, right? We're hanging out with the young guys, the kids. But in all reality, he just got 100K or 50K for the feature from every single other rapper. It would be crazy to see him on a Drake album. Oh my god. Yeah, I think he'll sell like 50K or so next week. Next album. That I could see that. Depending on how many songs it is, how much hype there is, we'll have to see what the single sales do. But I think it's in the cards for sure. Ooh, Baby Keem too. You're right. Thank you, Kenneth, for letting me put that on the list. Yeat is not selling 100K minimum. What are you talking about? I actually do like Baby Keem on this list, so I'm gonna put him up there. This is my considerations. I like Lil Tecca. I see you in the chat. But I feel like he's not really in the top 10 rankings for the rappers. I feel like Trippy does well, but you know, I feel like he's past his prime a little bit. We all know that. Although, you know, I'll always tune in to what he's doing. I think Lil Baby is actually bigger than NBA Youngboy. I don't have too much else to say. He's just a big rapper, so you can't disrespect him and not put him as a top 10 rapper. Although he is out streaming a lot of these people. Future, he might even be out streaming Travis Scott. I don't know. He's working with YouTube though, so you know, you never know. NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk. I want to put Baby Keem in here somewhere. He's got potential. I took Juice WRLD out because he passed away, so I don't really want to like 2023. There's no more potential. They're just gonna drop unreleased tracks or whatever. We're comparing a 2019 Juice WRLD to like 2023 rappers. I just don't feel good about that, because honestly, if Juice WRLD was still here and like XXXTentacion was still here, they might even be number 1 and number 2 right now. Let's be real. Lil Durk is actually, I feel like he's above NBA Youngboy, although I know Youngboy's streaming more, but I feel like people get more hype for Lil Durk. We'll do that. Honorable mention, Baby Keem. I think that's a solid list for 2023. I don't hate Kanye. I just think that he's not in his prime anymore. Kodak clears. That's another thing. I feel like Kodak, he's got some songs, but he doesn't get as much attention anymore. I feel like he's past his prime too. I think Thug a lot of times, and Gunna too, to be honest, with Wunna. Actually, a lot of these people, like, they're heavily reliant on features for their albums. Like, I would love to see all these rappers go head to head, drop solo albums like J. Cole, like Drake or Yeat, or I don't even know how. Uzi used to do that shit. And see who's really selling the most, because honestly, this music game with the first week sales is kind of a cheap game. It's like, how much money are you willing to put into your marketing strategy, whether that means putting it into the features? Because if you get like Drake on your album, that boosts the sales like 20K right there. Or not actually, but you get the point. Like, it increases the chances of you getting like a top 10 hit, which is going to skyrocket your sales. So that's why Future always does that. He had 2 Drake features. No wonder his album sold so much this past year. But yeah, head to head, I feel like it'll be a pretty big competition. I feel like Cardi will hold his own. Uzi will hold his own. He did with Eternal Take. Future will do decent. Travis Scott will do decent. I think he won't do as well as he normally does. 21 Savage will do well. I don't know. People always like the industry just loves 21 Savage. He's just a real one. Okay, fine. We'll put Kanye up here. I don't give a shit. Why are you guys getting so upset? This is what I mean. Kanye East in the chat says Kanye below Yeet is insane. I wonder why you're saying that. But yeah, I think A$AP Rocky will sell well, but it'll sell well, but will people like it? I know his fans will like it, but like, will the mainstream public like it? Because he is that kind of caliber where even like my girlfriend will probably tune into his album. But like, not test. Was it Testing? I think Testing. I didn't really like Testing all too much, but I liked his previous album. But he takes a long time and he's very experimental, so you got to give him that. But he's just waited so long that like people kind of forgot about him music wise, at least. Like he was more involved in fashion, but now he's, you know, he's having a child, or he already did have a child with Rihanna, so he kind of in the spotlight right now. It's the perfect time to drop a project. I think people will definitely tune in. I personally will. I've been seeing the hype with the engagement on like the posts that we've been making about A$AP Rocky. Is it called The Grim? Is it called something else? Yeah, Utopia has no hype. I think Utopia will get hella hype once Travis Scott's ready with it, but I don't think it's ready. He keeps saying it's coming this year, coming that year, but remember what happened with Astrofest, so you can't even blame Travis Scott for not dropping it because he had to do some crisis management, bro. So yeah, but he'll always come through with the hits because he's kind of like a Kanye. He's a big producer, if you will. Like he'll get in all the best features. He'll get in all the best producer, actually like the beat maker producers. He's a great engineer, or he has great engineers. Like they make good music. I'm not worried. Travis doesn't even write his stuff. You know what? I don't even care. I think what Travis has to him is he just has a specific sound that nobody else can emulate. Whether it is the feel of the song, like you feel like you're literally floating in space, or like a spaceship with like robots shooting each other past you, and like the auto tune and whatnot. Like he don't even need to write his songs, but just bring him for the vocals and just the vibe, that the beat selection he got. That's all you need.